and many other people that I think could actually benefit from having this, because there is more to it. Just knowing that there's other approaches you can try, having that other option, I think is really good for people to know that.
Yeah, well, anyone that knows me or follows me on Instagram knows I'm a big advocate of the old turmeric latte.
Yes.
Mum, you know that salad you made the other day? It's got like pomegranate and feta and squash, and I was like, oh my goodness, wow. suddenly it's all falling into place.
Hello, welcome to Kitchen Tales, all food related, funny stories, kitchen chaos and fun.
Yeah.
Hello, Colline, how are you?
Hello. I can't believe we are doing this again.
I know, back again. We're three in now.
Exactly.
No, number 4 now, aren't we?
This is our 4th one now, and pretty excited that everyone gets to listen to what we've been up to. Everyone gets to see us. We want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's been following us on
absolutely.
Our Instagram page, on YouTube, on Spotify. So you can find us anywhere where you can find podcasts or all things relating to any podcast, really. That's where you can find us.
We're getting some good reactions as well.
Yes.
So I'm having lots of people who've been talking to me about it and actually really enjoying it.
I'm so pleased
really
about
good.
that. I think both of us are really nervous about starting this
Yes.
and even doing it in the first place. But if you're not following us, you can find us on kitchen.tales.podcast on Instagram, because we do post a bit about ourselves as well, and we post just general things on our Instagram page. So make sure you're following us on there.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you been up to, Rhona, in the last few weeks?
Been really busy.
Yeah.
I think it's this time of year that is just absolutely chaos. We're in the end of the school year as well, so I've got my children who are finishing school. One of my boys is finishing school, and then business wise as well, it's just taken off as well. It's all or nothing at the moment. So I've been doing lots of picnics,
that's exciting.
picnics and lunches, and yes, busy.
That's really good. I'm pleased to hear that. And also, when the weather is so nice like this, everyone wants to be doing something. So I'm really hoping that we both get to do a lot more summer parties, because I think last time we were talking about how summer parties seem to have gone a little bit quiet, but I think everyone's last minute.
I've had a lot of inquiries. Actually, only yesterday I got 3 inquiries in a day.
Yeah.
And it's all or nothing, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. And one thing, so every single time, as you know, I do a lot of baking, and a lot of my bakes have been trying to try something different, try something new. And I'm sure everyone has seen this already, that pistachio is the flavour of the season. I mean, it has been, I think, for about a year now.
Dubai chocolate.
Yeah, the Dubai chocolate. Everyone's talking about it. And
Have you tried it?
I have.
Yeah.
Right?
I only tried it last week.
It's like overrated.
I don't know why it's so expensive. £10?
It is very expensive, because pistachios are quite expensive. But for me, I was very underwhelmed when I tried it. And I think it's just got pistachio to be really, really popular in all the different things. And I've brought a show and tell today.
Oh, have you? Yes.
Let me show you something. So I was shopping earlier today. I'm not too sure if those that are watching us can see this. So I was shopping. I went to TK Maxx yesterday. I was in the aisle where you find like all your beauty products and things like that. And then I saw this pistachio flavored toothpaste. I mean, I think it's quite crazy. And this is by a brand called High Smile. And I was a little excited and appalled at the same time. And I found out that this brand actually does a lot of flavored toothpastes. But I thought pistachio is just a step too far.
You're brushing your teeth with nuts. Colline.
Pretty much. And that's how it genuinely actually tastes of pistachio. And I found that really, really, really strange. And I just thought to myself, is this just taking it a little bit too far with your flavors? I would really like to know what people think when they get to see or listen to this, what you think of the most popular flavors now being taken and put into non-food related products. Yeah, I found that really interesting, and I'm not too sure I'll be using this at home, but yeah, maybe when I'm hungry. I can have it when I'm hungry.
Have the children tried it?
No.
Maybe
I'll
ask them.
Do you know what? I'm really scared, because my daughter, loves everything, she'll end up trying to find it and just eating it instead of actually brushing your teeth. So I think I might not show her this one. So yeah,
I think we need to keep it to food, actually.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I think. So yeah, I would really like to know what people think about flavors or like just different types of food being added to like other home products that you use, especially things like toothpaste. I mean, I quite like it when like my detergents smell of like clementine or something lovely. But yeah, I think pistachio toothpaste is just a bit much.
I think it's a no-no.
Yeah, I think so too. So I think it's an exciting day today, Rhona.
It is. I think we've got some guests coming on today.
We do. We've got a guest on, and I'd like you to introduce our guest that we have on that's joining us today.
So I'd like to introduce Edwina Darke Nutrition.
Hi guys.
Hi Edwina, thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So I've actually known Edwina for a long time now, for about 12 years.
Yep.
We met at the school gates.
We did.
And Edwina has started up her own business.
Oh, that's
yes.
very exciting.
Would you like to tell us?
Yes, so Edwina Darke Nutrition, so I'm a nutritional therapist. So for listeners that might not know what a nutritional therapist is, it's a holistic approach to health, evidence-based. So we're looking at the whole person, not one size fits all. So rather than looking just at alleviating symptoms, we're digging deeper, looking at the root cause, the underlying causes why someone might have a health issue. So we look at diet and lifestyle and past medical history and how they're sleeping and what their mood's like, etc. So for instance, you might have somebody that struggles with headaches or migraines or something, and they, take lots of painkillers. And they might come to me and say, I don't know what to do about my headaches. And so we sort of look at the whole person, what's happening with it might be a hormonal imbalance, it might be stress, it might be simple as dehydration or blood sugar imbalance or histamine issues. There's any number of things that could be causing a headache. And what could be causing it for one person might not necessarily be causing it for another. So we're looking at, not just putting a plaster over the problem, but just, looking at what those triggers might be.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And how did you get into
So I've always been quite really interested actually about sort of the holistic approach to health. When I was younger, I had some sort of gut problems myself and anxiety and things. And I always sort of wanted to help myself using sort of holistic therapies like, acupuncture or homeopathy or what have you. And then I lived in Sydney for a bit, and Australia has got a really holistic approach to health. And actually I studied homeopathy for a bit. And then I went to see a nutritional therapist. And that was a real light bulb moment for me, because that was when I suddenly sort of realised that connection between, what's going on in your gut and how you feel and how important it is, to eat the right foods. So I just, have that passion, I suppose, of giving that message to other people that, there is such a connection and, it is so important what you eat and how you feel and things like that. And then food-wise, I sort of, living in Australia, it was, there's such foodies over there.
Yes, they love their food and their coffee.
And I really was not a foodie. I grew up in a very sort of, 70s, like, cottage pie, Findus pancake era. And actually it wasn't until I sort of got to Australia and I was like, actually I applied for this job. I put a note on a notice board in a marina in the east coast of Australia saying I was a cook. I mean, I was literally hopeless at cooking. And before I knew it, I got told I got this job on a big motor yacht as a cook. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Brilliant. Didn't know that.
Anyway, I had to absolutely wing it. And I somehow did. But it was after that I thought, okay, I really need to up my game with the cooking. And actually, because Australia, it has the amazing fish and the fresh fruit and veg. And 20 years ago, it was like, way ahead of here, I think. Yeah. And, you think about those sort of Aussie breakfasts that now, you could get over here, which is your sort of sourdough with avocado and eggs and, rocket, you would have never got here 20 years ago. So I just became more passionate about food. and then when I went to see a nutritional therapist myself, it just, I really saw that connection. And then I thought, as the kids got to a certain age, and I just thought, all right, I really want to do this for me now and, help other people. And I'm loving it. It's great.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I was quite interested in just you talking about how we always seem to put a plaster on things.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of us, we just don't realize that there is more to just your health other than just taking loads of different medications and things like that. So I'm really interested. And as you're talking, I'm just thinking about myself and many other people that I think could actually benefit from having this, because, there is more to it. And, every single person is different. As you're saying, it's your lifestyle, it's different things. And making those changes can make a massive difference in people's health.
Yeah.
So, I've never actually met somebody in person. And just knowing that you're somebody who's local, because you're quite local to here, aren't you?
Yes, so I can do face-to-face in Kintbury or a lot of online.
Yeah.
And I see, all sorts of different people. I mean, some people come to me with kind of a chronic health issue and they've been given a diagnosis or a medication, but absolutely no support on, nutrition, no guidance on how that, might help their health issue. So there's the more chronic, people, and then, male, female, all ages. And then, some people, a lot of sort of perimenopause, menopause, middle age, who's struggling with sleep, which sleep's a massive one, mood or brain fog or energy or stubborn weight. And then, cardiovascular stuff, so cholesterol, high blood pressure. So, big range of sort of things, yeah.
Very interesting.
What's the most common?
Oh gosh, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of a lot of chronic gut issues, in sort of more the older sort of, over 50s. A lot of sort of just mood and sleep and energy, weight, which actually, can be resolved. Well, energy certainly, you can see a turnaround quite quickly with that if you really sort of follow the plan and everything. Yeah.
Edwina was one of, I actually approached Edwina when my daughter was, I don't know what age she was now, but she had problems with her gut.
Yeah.
She kindly gave me some advice.
Yeah.
And
no, she's doing well. Yeah.
Doing really, really well.
That's really
well.
good.
Yeah.
I think more people need to know of these approaches as well. As you're saying, just like finding other holistic approaches.
Yeah.
Because, what tends to happen is a lot of people, they either don't even want to see their doctor, and then when they do, especially right now, people are waiting a long time to be able to see somebody.
Yeah.
But just knowing that there's other approaches you can try. Obviously, not everything might not work for everybody, but just having that other option, I think, is really good for people to know that.
It's very easy to have medication being prescribed to you, but actually, even I had a problem with muscles, and I saw a Instagram post about turmeric.
Yeah.
And I make a shot now from your post every day.
Yeah.
I've been doing that for a long time now, and it does help.
Yeah, well, anyone that knows me or follows me on Instagram knows I'm a big advocate of the old turmeric latte.
Yes.
I'm not a coffee drinker, not because I'm anti-coffee, as long as you have it with breakfast. But no, turmeric's great. And it, there's evidence out there saying, that actually food, with turmeric particularly, it's one of those things that, you do get more benefit from taking it in food form than as a supplement.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not anti-supplements. There are some supplements that are, sort of really essential, especially like vitamin D if you live in the UK and things like that. But, I'm definitely a food first approach, and we'll just use supplements, I
mean, there is a saying food is medicine, but I think a lot of us we don't take that into practice.
Yeah.
And I think as well, because I grew up in Zimbabwe, when I think about the type of food that I grew up having, it's all these things like the turmeric and everything, just in the normal day-to-day diet, they're there. But I think now living in different countries, we've got so many different types of processed food, so many different types of junk food, that going back to those roots could actually make a difference. So I think just reminding people that actually you can have simple food and that can actually help you.
Totally. And herbs and spices, they're part of the sort of whole 30 plants a week. I always say, just when you're cooking, just throw in all those herbs and spices, because they all count for a different plant food. They've all got different plant chemicals in, or polyphenols. So, just put as much as you can in, and, have that colourful plate and everything. So,
That's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that. So if people want to be able to approach you and use your services, where can they find you and how can they contact you?
So my website is Edwina Darke Nutrition. So you can send me an email through the website or through my Instagram. And then I organise a sort of 15-minute discovery call so we can talk about, your health concerns and whether or not, how I can help you, and then go from there. And then I offer a number of different packages, sort of from 2 months, 3 months to 6 months, totally depending on what, their budget is or what their health condition is. Yeah, so it's very flexible and it's very bespoke, and it's, it's tailored towards the individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's great. So on this podcast, as we always talk about food, one of the things that we talk about, we want to be able to let people know what we're having for dinner and maybe give some people some inspiration of what they can cook for dinner. What are you having for dinner tonight, Edwina?
Oh, goodness, my head is now spinning. So I've got 3 boys, 2 teenage boys now, one a bit older. So there's a lot of meat in our house. Yeah. I do like meat, but I don't always like it in the quantities that they want it. They're obsessed with that whole, protein. Yeah. So I've got one home from just got back from uni, actually. So it will definitely be something around meat. Yeah. Although he did ring me, so this was like music to my ears the other day, but he rang me from uni the other day to say that, Mum, that salad you made the other day, it's got like pomegranate and feta and squash. And I was like, oh my goodness. Wow. Suddenly it's all falling into place. They're actually listening, they're actually interested in that sort of more healthy food.
That's really
so actually
good.
He loves that. So it's basically rocket, feta, pomegranate, roasted squash, some mint, olive oil, lemon juice, and then with probably a slab of meat of some description.
That sounds delicious.
So something like that is always, and then they always want a few more carbs. So I don't know, there'll probably be some potatoes, but that's sort of like something that I know that he would love. Yeah. Whereas my other 2, if they were at home, there'd be a bit of a sort of, not sure about the pomegranate. And
that sounds really exciting. I might change what I'm having for dinner now so I can try that salad out.
What are you having, Colline?
So I was having some tuna. So I was having some tuna and just some vegetables. And now I think I'm going to try a tuna salad.
Yes.
Can you send us the chicken?
Recipe?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm going to have to try that because it sounds right up my street, and I think I have quite a few of the ingredients you mentioned at home already. So yeah, I'm changing what I'm having for dinner.
And throw a few seeds on there as well for that extra, protein and fibre.
Sounds delicious. Yeah. How about you, Rhona? Yeah. What are you having for dinner tonight?
Well, I think I might mix it up because I'm not going to have that tonight. I think I'll save that, so I need to get the recipe from you. Yeah. I'm going to have some prawn tacos tonight. I just found it off the Good Food Guide, the BBC Good Food Guide, and I'm marinating it in some garlic, the prawns in some garlic and some lime juice, and and then serve it in tacos, and then actually I don't know what I'm going to put with it, but maybe a salad.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Yes,
sounds yummy. So now I'm hungry. I'm always hungry, but talking about food and all our dinners makes me really hungry. Well, thank you so much, Edwina, for joining us.
No, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Edwina. It's so nice for you to join us.
And you too. And for those that are listening, remember to find us on our social medias and make sure you follow us, especially if you're on Spotify and on Apple Music. Make sure you're following us and leave us a review as well. We'd really love to hear what you guys think about all the things that we're doing. And we'll catch you on the next episode.